House of Assembly or the National Assembly, who you have said are supposedly our representatives, who are supposed to be representing our interests, making laws that will be executed by the executive. These are people who have only made laws that only hold us accountable and not necessarily them. Again, in the recent past, we've seen them fight for cars and monies and sitting allowances that are much more higher than the amount of money that a university professor takes home as his pay. And most of these professors still haven't received their pay. Who's to say that these same people that you're talking about accountability on their past will cut off their nose to spite their face?
We have gone over 20 years. We must put our house together and continue to resolve these issues, correct every anomaly that we see in our democratic system. So the major thing that we must look into, our leaders, the leaders, who are the pilots of this democratic system. That's the leaders of the country, the people in governance, the governors, the president, and every leader in every tier of government. How are they elected? How do they get into these offices? How do we put them in this position of power to make laws for us to direct our affairs and all that? That takes me to our electoral process. All right? If we are not careful, we can't be seeing the same problem every 4 years. And although we are committed to a democratic system of government, but how committed are we towards solving the electoral issues, electoral problems that we face every time there is, every time we have the opportunity to elect our leaders? Look at it, our electoral process is still marred by, we still face issues of vote buying, electoral fraud, all sorts of anomalies. You understand? So even though I want to applaud Nigerians for our steadfastness, for our commitment to this democracy, I also don't want to ignore the challenges that we face every 4 years when it comes to, if you are excited to go to the polling unit to cast your vote, to exercise your civic duty, but when the results start coming in after the election, you start hearing, I don't want to use the word depressed, but you're sad by the news of so many irregularities and all that. So we must have, there must be conscious effort. We must be intentional about solving our electoral problem if we want to elect good leaders in office. Until we put the right law in place to check the people in authority. Look, they want to put this burden on government. Okay, there are basic amenities that are not provided for the citizens. Bad roads everywhere. How do you want the ordinary citizen on the street to do that? They've carried placards on so many times. They've protested. What do we see? Look at, I want to go back to the NSAS protest. Youth came out. What happened? Soldiers came out afterwards, started shooting. There are all sorts of allegations here and there. We still do not know the number of people that died on that day. You see, these are some of the things that there's little that citizens can do without the right framework, without the right laws that will check people in government from abusing their authority, from siphoning funds meant for the development of their society, of their environment. You ask for practical steps. The practical step must commence from the House of Assembly. The members of the House of Assembly are the representatives of the people. They are the mouthpiece of the people. That is why we have them. That is why we have the National House of Assembly, the State House of Assembly, as an arm of government to speak for the people, to make laws for the people. It is the laws that are made, the laws made by the House of Assembly